So the Penguins 0-1 in the shootout this year. Canadiens 3-2. This is the first shootout of the season for Nedeljkovic. He's 1-2 in his career in the shootout, and he'll face Nick Suzuki, who's 3 for 5 in the shootout this season for the Canadiens as the first shooter. Nick Suzuki, 10 for 19 in his career. And here comes Nick Suzuki to start it off. Cuts wide left, across the dot, into the slot, scores!
Speed, movement, using the whole end zone to try to get the goaltender to lose his net. And I think Suzuki did just that as he beats Nedeljkovic on low on the glove side.
Chris Letang with his first shootout attempt of the season. 26 for 80 in his career. In on Montembeault. And Montembeault can't make the save. Letang puts it over his glove.
26 for 80. That's pretty good.
32%.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a defenseman to walk in. The patience of Letang. A quick little stick hand back to the forehand. And it's up over the glove.
Cole Caulfield 1 for 5 on the season, 5 for 13 in his career. Caulfield cuts wide on that left side, again into the slot, scores!
Well, certainly something that the Canadiens might have picked up on the video on Nedeljkovic is coming down this side. I mentioned that they came down that side quite often during the game, couldn't solve them. Both shooters came down the exact same side, and both of them were successful.
Sidney Crosby 0 for 1 on the season, 42 for 109 in his career, and he's got 2 goals in this game tonight. Crosby into the slot, scores!
You couldn't buy a goal for such a long period of time, and now we've seen 4 in a row in the shootout. Such great hands, the quick back to front, right to the forehand, and he took little time releasing it.
Jesse Ylönen, 2 for 2 in the season, 3 for 3 in his career. Can he keep his record perfect? Off the post!
Back to the glove side. All 3 on the glove side. Ylönen comes down the opposite side, though, tries to go back, and nothing but iron, and Gensel will see if he can make it a hat trick in the shootout and end this game in a win for Pittsburgh.
0 for 1 this season, 6 for 19 in his career with 2 game-deciding goals. Gensel with a chance to win it for Pittsburgh. Jake Gensel into the slot, hit the post as well. It's the caroling of the bells as we go to round 4.
Well, 'tis the season, and we're hearing the chimes as Gensel tries to wait out Montembeault and then goes straight up over the glove. He beats Montembeault, but he catches the iron as well. And we shall continue.
Juraj Slafkovsky, 1 for 2 on the season in his career. Won it in Buffalo, but he's stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Well, as far as the shooters goes, this one's a little more direct. He doesn't really take much of a step out of center, comes right back at him, tries to stick handle to the stick side down low. Nedeljkovic with the right leg save.
Malkin with his first shootout attempt of the year. 24 for 71 in his career with 10 game-deciding goals. Malkin in. Stopped by Montembeault. Let's go to round 5.
Patient, trying to wait him out for the 5-hole. We've seen a lot of shooters shooting, but this one here is a deke, and then you see Montembeault open up his legs. Malkin just didn't hit the right spot.
Now Yoel Armia to shoot for the Canadiens. His first shootout attempt this season. 1 for 5 in his career. Armia slipped it wide.
Well, a similar look as Caulfield and Suzuki, cruising down the left side and then tries to go back to the glove side and misses the net. And once again, the Penguins have a chance with Riley Smith.
7 for 26 in his career. Riley Smith, little speed, gets into the slot, stopped by Montembeault. We go to round 6.
Couldn't save one. Now you can't get one. Just trying to overpower him. Get to the hash marks and try to drive it through his legs. Montembeault with the save.
Christian Dvorak now shooting for the Canadiens. 6 for 13 in his career. Dvorak backhand. Oh, and he goes wide and bumped into Nedeljkovic, and he looks a little shook up as he went into the post. And Nedeljkovic not back to his feet just yet.
Well, we've noticed in the National Hockey League, these penalty shots are full contact. Dvorak comes in, misses it, and then his left knee comes up and cracks him right in the mask. And we showed you earlier the Brady Tkachuk penalty shot where he got tumbled over on the pork check. This one here, is you can see Dvorak's leg. It's late getting up, and the knee just clips him, and he'll stay in, and he'll be all right. But that's a pretty good jolt. More importantly, he makes the save as Dad looks on.
And now Erik Karlsson will shoot 6 for 25 in his career. Erik Karlsson slows up, gets to the slot, hammers the shot, and Montembeault stands up to make the save.
I've seen Erik Karlsson do this before, where he gets into the hash marks and he just tees it up. And Montembeault holds his ground and gets in front of that puck. You can't possibly know where it's going at that point.
Here comes Monahan, 0 for 3 on the season, 18 for 49 in his career. Monahan scores! Outside.
We've seen 2 right-hand shooters score coming in off that side. Now you're going to see a lefty. It takes a little more patience for Monahan to wait it out, but he does, and he finds the spot for it. Ex-Montreal Canadien Lars Eller will try to keep this alive. The chorus of a lot of boos.
Yeah, 6 for 19 in his career. He's got to score to keep it going. Eller scores! Oh! Round 8.
Boo-hoo! What a nice goal. Under the pressure of having to put this in the back of the net, and the quick stick handle right underneath the hash marks. Once you get under those hash marks, those hands are moving so fast. That's a nice goal by Lars Eller.
I think Marty St. Louis was looking down the bench. Now who do we go to? He goes to Mike Matheson, the former Pittsburgh Penguin. The defenseman cutting in. Matheson stopped by Nedeljkovic, so now he's 1 for 3 in his career.
Cutting it off the left side across the front of the net. I think he's just waiting for 5-hole. He's just looking at 5-hole, waiting for it, trying to squeeze it through. Nedeljkovic with the save.
Jeff Carter with a chance now for Pittsburgh. Carter in with speed. Carter stopped by Montembeault. Down around 9.
Now the chance to end it. The veteran cruises down the middle of the ice, tries to make a late cut to his forehand. Montembeault having nothing to do with that.
All right, Michael Pezzetta, 1 for 2 in his career. He had that winner in Buffalo where he rode the stick like Tiger Williams. Pezzetta is stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Well, you're running out of bodies on the bench. Pezzetta comes into his forehand and just tries to go low on the stick side. Nedeljkovic figured that out rather quickly.
Now Terry Puustinen with his first career shootout attempt. Puustinen snapped it wide. We're going to round 10.
Trying to lag it across the front of the net. Similar to Monahan, but a right-hand shot. Let your body come across and then make it look like you're going straight up and pull it far side. He didn't fool Montembeault.
All right, Jake Evans now shooting here in the 10th round. His first career shootout attempt. Evans to the slot. Stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Well, Evans cruises down the same path that Caulfield, Suzuki, Monahan, a number of guys have taken. And Nedeljkovic is starting to figure it out.
Radim Zohorna with his first career shootout attempt now for Pittsburgh. Zohorna gets in, stopped by Montembeault. Let's go to round 11.
Well, Montembeault just hoping that the puck doesn't rattle around him and take it back into the net. He does a good job of just staying forward. Let the puck drop in front of him.
It'll be Brendan Gallagher now for the Canadiens. 2 for 10 in his career. Gallagher with the crowd on its feet. Stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Well, the 11th guy in the 11th round wearing number 11 just couldn't find it. That would have been too good to be true. And now Hinostroza looking to bury this and finish this one off.
Penny Hinostroza cuts in wide, slows down. Hinostroza stopped by Montembeault. We go to the 12th round, and at this point, let's go around the horn all 18.
It wasn't good. He mishandled the puck right off when he picked it up. And he just got in too tight on Montembeault.
Josh Anderson 1 for 2 in his career in the shootout. Anderson goes slow, fakes, stopped by Nedeljkovic.
Here comes Jansen Harkins now. I mean, if you haven't been picked yet, you seriously have to start doubting yourself if they haven't looked down the bench and picked you yet.
First shootout attempt for Harkins. We're into that territory now. Harkins scores! Montembeault got some of it, but not enough. And Jansen Harkins, the hero for the Penguins tonight, in the 12th round of the shootout as he wins it for Pittsburgh.
What a crazy finish to this game. An exciting game at that, and it took 12 rounds of the shootout before they finished this off. Harkins, in his very first shootout attempt, hits Montembeault, but the momentum of the puck carries through him and into the back of the net. And the Penguins' dads are 2-0 heading to Toronto.
Harkins still doesn't have a point with the Penguins. He was claimed off for waivers from Winnipeg back on October 2nd. His last goal was December 22nd, 2022.